Okay, we are live. Okay.
Facebook Live.
Okay, everyone. Hi, my name is Heather Havenwood. This is Linda. Look at that. Linda. IFBB PRO I can say that, badass on Facebook. She's a badass nutritionist. She's actually a contributor for Muscle Fitness. We're going to see us a lot. So this is not like one big interview. This is, I have hired her, chosen her, deemed her the one that's going to
Obey.
Put me on stage again. In 17 weeks. And so what I decided to do, we're going to create a Facebook group too, like anyone can join kind of thing. I'm going to start to share what I'm going through every week to what does it take to get on stage. Now, some people are like, I don't need to get on stage, but I want to lose 15, 20 pounds. And it's the hardest, right? I mean, it's like getting that 15, 20 pounds is sculpting. That's the hardest part.
Right.
So a lot of people ask me, oh my God, what does it take? Like, how hard is it? And I get to share with you. Like, here's my little diet that I get to live by. But I've been really bad this week. It's not because I've been bad, like I've been eating a bunch of crap. I'm sorry, I got my meals late. I went to the grocery store late. And I haven't been able to prep. So, like today, it's almost 5 o'clock. I've had. So, that's not good, right?
Right.
Oh, so just to give you an idea of what this looks like, people, and then this is me, getting coached by Linda. You all just get to hang out and listen to me be coached. Okay, so I would do cardio in the morning, 30 minutes, fasted. Meaning, the minute I wake up, I roll out of bed, I go to treadmill. We are on Thursday. How many days have I done that? I'm actually usually really good, but I haven't been good this week just because I think I'm just tired. I'm not getting the food in, so I'm tired. I've only done 2 days before. Which is not this week has just been high stress. Haven't been able to get my meals on time. And so I'm not going to bed early enough. And so I'm not getting the structure yet. I think having this weekend to get some space, get the food prep in, start to get a better week, then I'll start to get that flow. There really is a flow, right?
Absolutely. I mean, you definitely, it becomes, the more you do it, the easier it'll become too. So it becomes a routine and you just get into it. It's like brushing your teeth or anything else you do every day, systematically.
Yeah. Like right now, one of the challenges I'm having is I'm not eating enough.
Right.
I'm not getting my calories in right now. I feel it. I'm tired. I got a headache. I had a headache for last 3-4 days.
Right.
I haven't weighed, and I'm like, really touches me.
I know. It's, especially when you're on a diet like this too, it's important that you eat, every 2-3 hours or so, because, your calories will be less than like a normal person's would be, even if a normal person's trying to lose weight, because our goal is a little bit different. So, it's important that you get your meals in every 3 hours, because you're giving your body just enough fuel to burn, to keep your metabolism going, so that, you can tap into what you have stored, so your body will turn over and start burning what you've got stored. I mean, that's really.
The fact that I'm not even getting that, what's kind of happening?
The fact that you're not eating fat?
Yeah, I'm not even giving.
Right.
I'm not even getting what
you're not even getting that. So that's why you're getting the headaches and stuff too, because your body's trying to obviously, all the things your body does to keep you alive. Your heart beats, your blood pumps, your eyes blink, your breathing, all those involuntary things that your body does to keep you alive. You need calories to do that. So, you're eating even less than you normally would on a diet like this. And then if you're not even eating at all, then your body's kind of like, what's going on? So you start to get those headaches and start to feel shaky. You get low blood sugar.
That's where I'm at. Right now. I'm downstairs. So what people ask me all the time, what's the hardest part? It's the structure. Just once you get the structure, it's not as hard. It's eating every 2.5 hours. It's structuring your day. It's not the workouts. Like, my workout's not changing much. I had a person ask me this yesterday. Like, what's changing? You looking at what? I'm like, the working out. It's changing that much. It's the cardio, which again for me is not that weird. I actually took off the cardio for a couple of weeks because they asked me to, like, don't do it, so then I can get back to it.
Right.
The cardio in the morning is not that weird for me either. It's only 30 minutes, 6 days a week. You know, I work out 5 days a week.
Right.
I'm eating. By the way, to ask you these questions. So, meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4. I was looking at this going, I only have 4 meals. I really have 5 meals. I'm not even doing meal 2 and 3.
Right.
Yeah, I'm really surprised. So, coach, what do I do? Just get back on it? Like, don't worry about it?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, once you get into the routine of it too, it'll become so much easier, and it'll just be, you know, you'll pick days of the week where you'll cook your food and you'll have it. It just becomes a routine. It's almost like a production line. You know, you'll just line it up, put it together, in the fridge it goes, so that, you know, if you're working all day, like, you know, I'm going to eat at 10, I'm going to eat at 1, I'm going to eat at 5, I'm going to eat at 8, you know, whatever it is. You've got your meals, you just pull them out, warm it up, and you're good. So that's really the key to the success of the whole thing is, I mean, you know, you do the cardio, you do your workouts, which, you know, and the cardio will change as we go on, and I'm going to give you some more like structured, specific workouts and movements I want you to do for different body parts. But the food, I think the food piece of it is probably the hardest for a lot of people.
Yeah,
so,
because it's been 4, and I'm not structuring in my day 15-minute breaks to go downstairs and eat. I look at my calendar, it's like,
right.
And then when I do have that break, I had nothing prepared.
Right. And then you're starving and you're kind of grabbing stuff. And
I grabbed okay, well, I'll have some Ezekiel bread and like an apple. But it really got something for me.
Yeah. So, you know, it's like, and then the meals are sort of built to give you the macros that you need at that time. So, you know, if it's breakfast meal, or, you know, something you're going to eat after your post-workout meal that you eat after, like, they're all going to fuel you in different ways. Some meals will have more fat, fat in it and not carbs. Some meals will have carbs and not fat. You know, it's all sort of.
I love your meals because they're easy. So I'm going to read them to just for listening. I just love that. So meal 1 is like whole egg, whites and whole egg.
Right.
Cup of oats, oats, blueberries, and almond butter. Like, it's simple to me. It's not hard.
Right. I mean, I try to build them too, so it is simple. I mean, you know, it's not really rocket science. It's not proprietary. You know, it's just stuff that I've done with myself, with other competitors. You know, everybody's different, so the amounts and the amounts vary per person and what their goals are. But you know, it's really proteins, fats, and vegetables, which are carbs, or like starchy carbs like rice or potato or something, or Ezekiel bread or oats, stuff like that.
So what's your goal for me? Because I think that right now I need to weigh myself. I think I'm at like 160. What's our goal in 17 weeks? Where do you see that weight dropping to?
I think our goal right now, probably for the next couple weeks, is to get you into the routine, to get you, like what we say, dialed in, so that you're like, and we have lots of time. We have 17 weeks, which is a really good amount of time. So it gives us a little bit of time to play with, so that you can get into your rhythm, find what's going to work for you. So if it's cooking on Sunday and then cooking again on Wednesday, you know, you could do that. That's kind of what I sort of do. But I'll cook whenever I need to cook. Like, I have to do some meal prep tonight because I'm going away for the weekend, so I want to have everything all ready to roll tomorrow. But my goal is to have you just get into the routine, and then you're going to be like, okay, I got this food thing down. By week 2, like, I want you to be like dialed in, and you're like, okay, I got this. The food's good. I know when I'm doing my cardio. I know when I'm working out. I know what my post-workout meal is. I know what time I'm going to bed, how much water I'm drinking. Like, it's just going to become a well-oiled machine. And then that way then your body will really start to take, you'll start to see the changes. You know, changes happen pretty quickly, because when you start cutting carbs, start changing things around. Your body stores water with carbohydrate. So when you cut your carbs a little bit, you may notice like a 3 to 5 pound weight loss, maybe in a week or a week and a half, maybe more. And that won't always be the case. It's just because initially we're changing things and your body's going to react pretty quickly. So, but I would think by a week to 2 weeks in, you're going to be like, okay, I got this. And I know your personality and I know you're going to rock it. So it's just a matter of, I know you shopped the other night and we talked while you were shopping as you were picking your stuff.
Yeah, which is so helpful because I'm like, do I get tilapia? They're like, no.
Yeah, out.
I'm like, I have like 3 bags at home.
And anyone that's listening, if you're like, why is tilapia bad for you? Just Google it and read up about it. I mean, it really is. I know a lot of competitors eat it because, it's high in protein, it's low in fat, and it's cheap. But I really like, for myself, I'm not a huge eater of whitefish, so I don't eat a lot of whitefish. I like salmon, and I will incorporate salmon into a meal plan. But I like to use shrimp, and I like to use cod loins. When I really want to start dialing it in, that's what I switch to, and it works like a charm. So
I'm surprised you said shrimp because shrimp I thought had higher fat.
Yeah, no, it's not at all, actually. So, and it tastes really good, and I throw it on the grill, and you can throw it in like a stir fry, and you can still eat and feel good on a competition prep diet. I've been doing this for 7 years, and I've been on some really crappy diets. I've done the tilapia and asparagus diet for like 3 months.
I did that. That's
awful.
There was about a year I couldn't touch asparagus.
Yeah. I know. I mean, I've done those diets, and they're terrible. And then as I've evolved and changed coaches and just learned things and read things and all that, I've discovered different ways that there are non-painful ways to go through competition.
It's not painful. I just got to dial it.
Yeah.
It's not painful. Like I was sharing one of my other coaches, not sadistic, but just one of my other coaches. She gave me a week's prep, and this is, by the way, one sheet. This is for the entire week. It's just a repeat, which I like because you can prep it. She had like a different meal for every single day for every. I'm like, I don't have time for that. So, and it was all over the place. And so this is like super simple.
Simple. If it's not simple, people aren't going to do it. And I mean, is it exciting? I always, sometimes when I send clients emails with the diet and stuff, I'll say, look, it's not a culinary experience. This is not, it's not fine dining. It's just a plan that's going to get you the look that you want. Right. And that's the bottom line. And it's, and even for myself, like when I go through prep, I'm 4.5 weeks out from my show. And, I've been dieting since probably mid-February. So, and it's like, not that I don't really drink anyways, but I mean, there's no alcohol, there's no sweets, there's no, but you start to get to this point, you're like, okay, 4 weeks. It's only 4 weeks. I can do this, It's like, but, it's not forever. It's just to achieve a look, to get on stage, and then, and then you can have some some fun food when you're done.
Right.
Yeah, but within reason, because last thing you want to do is do all this work and then pig out and blow back up again. So
a lot of girls do, and I think a lot of the diets kind of crave for that. Versus this more tiered approach. It's like someone's like, why can't you just do it in 9 weeks? I'm like, because I learned from you, it's like you don't want to do this. You want to
Yeah, I mean, I think it's better to have some time. Give yourself, like we said, a couple weeks of wiggle room to get all the kinks out, and you get your routine, and you're like, okay, I'm solid. And then you still have, what, 15 weeks, 16 weeks. So that's a lot of time. And I prefer to have, when I help people get ready to get on stage, I like to have them be ready a few weeks early. Nobody wants to be doing like 2 hours of cardio a day and like last push because you need to, you need to tighten up more, and that's just stress on the body. And when you start releasing stress hormones, your body fights back and things just don't go the way you want it to go. So when you're calm and you feel good and you just sort of cruise through it, it's, it happens.
The contest I was in was extremely stressful.
Right.
I was starting the one I did back in 2000. I was taking diuretics.
Yeah.
I started to literally get to go easy because I was like seeing shit.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's scary. It is. It's like,
I don't want to do that. So that's why I was like, I'm excited to work with you because I know you're doing healthy. I've seen you. I know you see you. I've seen your body. You're healthy about it. You're not like this rock. And then, I mean, I've seen some people that are not healthy. It's not healthy. You can tell them it's not healthy. They look great, but they're not healthy. And that's what I don't want. And I've got the idea of my first coach to be a woman. And I'm excited about that because you're over 40. You're a woman. You know that it's different than being a 25-year-old female. And you're not a man. So our bodies are just different. Our metabolisms are just different. How we process stuff and my emotions and all that stuff coming up. Because the food is very direct. I mean, maybe you can talk about it. The food is very connected to emotions.
right. Exactly. I mean, we have different hormones and we get our cycles and we get bloated and it's, there's a lot going on. So, my coach is funny because he's always like, good Lord, I'm so glad I don't have all those, those issues. I'm like, yeah, you should feel lucky. But, it's tough because you're in prep and then, then you get your cycle and you start holding water and your weight goes up and people start freaking out. Like my clients freak out. Sometimes I do it and it's like, oh my God, so, and I'm like, everybody, my client will be like, why am I up 3 pounds? And I'm like, are you near your cycle? They're like, yeah, I'm PMS. I'm like, that's why. So just calm down. It'll pass.
Because we don't want to acknowledge it. So Bert is asking a question. Hey, Bert, what do you suggest for protein-carb ratio? Now, it's a man. I don't know if you might want to change that. She's an expert with that question.
I would probably say, definitely the protein ratio for what we're doing will be higher. The carb ratio obviously will be a little bit lower. Fats kind of stay the same. So, I'd probably say maybe like a 40, 30, 30 kind of range, kind of something like that. But you definitely, I like to do carb cycling. So sometimes we'll do a series of, right now we're not doing that, but eventually we'll move into that. But we'll do a series of days where the carbs are pretty low. And then you will have a day where you add some more carbs back in because it's, your body's smart. So when you cut your carbs, your metabolism will slow down a little bit to adjust because your body thinks you're starving it. So it wants to slow down because it wants to sustain your life. So we do that for a few days and then we add some carbs in that sort of jacks up your metabolism again. Your body's like, oh, hey, good food. Your metabolism starts chugging up again and then then you go back to a few more low days and you sort of burn through what you did. And that's a nice cycle to do because it keeps your body guessing and it doesn't get, you do low carb for too long. I've done keto diets and they work, but if you go low too long, your body will adjust and settle in. You hit plateaus but so carb cycling is a good way to sort of drain the pool a little bit and then fill it up a little bit and then drain it again. And it just keeps your metabolism working.
Is that for men and women?
Yeah. Yep. For men and women. The amounts of food will be different. The protein would be a little bit higher. So say you're doing like 3 ounces of protein, for a guy, it'll be more, maybe 5, 6 ounces, 7 ounces, 8 ounces, whatever, depending on the man and how tall he is, big he is, what he wants to do, if he's bodybuilding, what his goal is. There's so many different components. So you have to take everybody as an individual, but welcome, Bert.
Bert actually was at Arnold too, which is super weird. We met after this, but he was at the Arnold.
So, but yeah, so it's pretty, it's similar, but a little bit different based on the person.
You coach men and women. You coach men too.
I coach. What I'll do, I work with bikini, figure, and I'll work with men's physique. I don't do bodybuilders or classic physique. That's a little bit different. Could I? I probably could, but I'd rather just sort of niche figure bikini, and I've had some men's physique competitors. So and that works. That's great. That works for me. So.
And by the way, Bert, this is an IFBB PRO. You hear that really like, what's that?
Okay.
That's called badass. I do very good badass.
It's called? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's like, yes. She's all like, you can't see her right now because she's like all in this like
I'm all warmed up because I have like no body fat and I'm freezing.
Oh, that's interesting. That's it. I would never think that. Luckily, I'm going to be in August doing mine, so I'll be like.
I'm about 4.5 weeks out now, though, so we're getting close.
Is this the one for New York, right?
This is the New York Pro on May 20th. So I will post. Actually, I'll post on my Facebook page. I'm going to post some information. So if anyone's local that's listening that wants to come, they can buy tickets. It's actually.
And I suggest that anyone. I remember when I first went to my first show. It's overwhelming. Like, I just think it's good for people to go see shows. It's understand what people go through, and then if you go to the back, if you ever know you go to the back, you just see people like eating the fire or something.
Rice, fish. It's usually kind of smelly because someone's eating fish, someone's eating tuna, someone's eating something else. Rice cake crumbs all over the floor. You know?
Yeah, that was the first, and that's the thing I'm really excited about. We're going to go through the 16 and 17 week process because it's a process, and like I said, this is designed for me for doing the show, and I'll probably lose, 15, 20 pounds maybe. I'm fit, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fit, but I'm now into sculpting.
Right.
That's what Linda's great at, And so I'm now into the sculpting. And hopefully I think I can do it last night.
It's just melting off the excess now to just see what's underneath. So, and that's, basically that's between the diet and the cardio. I mean, that really is that's what does it. And then obviously your weight training because you want to keep the muscle that you have. So, but the cardio and the diet definitely are what helps start to melt all that excess off. And then, I started dieting in February and I think I'm down about 13 pounds total right now. And I will probably want to get off like another 5 or so in the next 4.5 weeks or so, something like that. So, and then, I really want to come in nice and lean for this one. So
lean and sexy.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So this is what we're going to do every week. This is also me, checking in with her. Just let you know, starting the week, last check-in.
Watch the transformation. We'll all be watching Heather's face get smaller and smaller. It's so funny every day when I go to work, my clients are like, "Your face is smaller today." I'm like, "From yesterday?" They're like, "Yeah, you look thinner." I'm like, "Okay."
Well, yeah, I can see it in your neck. I can see it here.
Getting lean, definitely. Getting lean.
But how do you feel? Like you're in the last one. How do you feel? You feel good? You feel like a pleasant? I
actually feel good. I have to say, I feel good. I go to bed early though because I'm exhausted. So by the end of the day, I can't complain. I feel good. But as long as I make sure I eat when I'm supposed to eat and keep my energy levels up, I'm good. Coffee helps, water, fluids, food, all that stuff, and just get enough rest.
The other thing we're going to do in this particular show and this Facebook Live, podcast, but the thing that we're really going to do is not only the 17 weeks down, and then I'm going to do some Facebook Live during, but really importantly, the most important part is the after. Is like, how do you not blow? How do you either maintain or gradually just go back to healthy? Because a lot of people are just they go down and then they blow up.
Right. And they blow up. And usually that happens for one main reason is a good coach should really make sure it's not just about getting the client to the stage looking the way they should look for the stage, but it's also what happens in the days that ensue after that. So, it's really important. What I do for myself is, I just really stay on, I kind of eat a prep diet all year round, really, just more of it, So, if I'm doing 3 ounces of protein now or 3.5, maybe I'll go 4 to 5. I'll eat carbs with every meal. I won't do as much cardio. Maybe I do cardio 4 times a week. It just, the routine changes a little bit, but the structure of it is the same. I still eat 5 times a day. I still eat chicken and fish and steak and veggies and rice and oats and eggs. And, I'm not going out to, IHOP every morning for pancakes and waffles,
Oh, so good. No, don't say that.
So, but you allow cheats in. So, whatever, like if you're going to go out to dinner Saturday night with your significant other, you kind of know how to eat during the day. Maybe you keep your carbs lower during the day because you're going to go out to dinner and you want to have, sweet potato fries or something with your burger or whatever. You know what I mean? You sort of allot your calories for the day so that if you have a cheat meal, it's not like you wake up the next morning and you put on 5 pounds.
Yeah.
So it just becomes, and a good coach will teach their client that, so that you always, if you decide you want to stay a competitor, like some people just want to do it once for the hell of it. But if you decide you want to stay a competitor, you don't really want to put on more than like 10 pounds over your contest weight. Like you want to stay within a comfortable range, so that when comes time to prep again, it's not so, you don't have to lose 30 pounds.
Right.
It's not good for your skin to like get big and then small and then big and then small. It's just not healthy. So
it's a good point. That's what why I decided looking at it, because I thought this kind of what happened last time. Because the last coach was like, okay, you're done. I'm like,
yeah.
Now I just want to eat. It's a lot.
Yeah, I know. It's like you need to give the person a plan. And I tell people too, I'm like, after the show, go out and have dinner go out and have dinner, but don't be like wolfing down pizzas and brownies and cookies, and because your system has been so clean for 3 months or whatever it is, your GI is not used to all that processed grease, cheese, fat, whatever. I mean, yeah, you've been eating fats, but it's good fats, avocado, coconut oil, almond butter, nut butter, whatever. It's not like processed pizza cheese and, oil. And all of a sudden, then they call me the next day and they're like, oh my God, I'm so bloated. When is this going to go away? And I'm like, yeah, in like 3 days, because your system is like, what's going on? Yeah, you can't do that.
So Bert's asking a question. How much cardio? How much daily cardio?
How much daily cardio? For Heather right now, because we're just, like I said, we want to sort of ease you into it. I've got you doing a half an hour, 6 days a week. And then, we're going to gradually probably raise that a little bit. And I may even have you at some point doing some in the morning and some in the afternoon, which is what I'm doing right now. Right now where I'm at, I'm doing 30 in the morning, about 20 in the afternoon. So when we hang up here, I'm going downstairs to get on my elliptical and crank out 20 more minutes. So it'll give me 50 for the day. So I'm doing that about 6 days a week. So yeah. So there is, a fair amount of cardio involved.
It's like me at 5 in the morning. Like, what's that?
I know. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, I'm in bed. Whoa.
I know. So yeah. So for what we're doing here, it would be more cardio than a normal person would do.
Yeah, well, I stopped for a while because I was kind of doing that. And then
Right.
kind of stop. Your body needs to like chill, and then you go back. And so I'm going to be doing. I'm doing in the morning.
Yep.
Like moderate. Like moderate. Like I sweat, not just
Yep.
like chill and walking. Right?
And it's good because if you're doing that, if you're doing all that cardio all the time, all year round, it's like then it's not going to work when you want it to work.
Right.
So it's like, we do it now, and then when you come off prep and you're back to normal, you'll do it, like I said, probably a few days a week. I'll have, make sure you're doing cardio 4 times a week, maybe 5 if you want to, depending. I like to do morning cardio. I feel like it wakes me up and it gets me going. I take a shower and I'm up. I feel like I'm energized for the day. So, but not really more than that, because, that'll keep you tight, but not exhausted. So.
That's awesome. Okay, great. Well, you asked me questions just to tell you this is my report for the week. It's not great. Okay, haven't done it. You guys do it naked in the morning. That's a good thing. Naked in the morning. Into weekly weight. So I guess I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. Hunger, 1 to 10 scale. I've been sweating. That's because I haven't eaten properly. Cardio completed. Tomorrow, but I will have completed Saturday. I have Saturday.
Right.
Percent diet followed. Wow, I would say to you this is really bad. Again, not because of any crap. It's like I'm just not eating enough. Find cheat meal exactly. I don't get it.
Right. No cheat meals. Not yet. Not really. And it's not really, it's cheat meals on there, but it's not really a cheat meal. Sometimes what I like to do is just add in a little bit extra carbs at a meal or something. I have one girl now who's doing bikini in June and she's pretty lean. And So I sort of took her off cardio for a little while and gave her a little bit more carbohydrate, and she's good because we still have a lot of time, and she's pretty lean already. So, it's just, like I said, everyone's an individual, so I just have to take them as an individual and see how everybody progresses. Some people are faster, some people are slower, some people are, in the middle.
I'm curious how I get it. Saturday the gym, my Monday was your legs. I was super hard. I barely got through that second. Digestion very fast. Okay, well, I'm on my time of the month, so we've all fun to do that. It does make a difference with headaches.
Right.
On feeling, I'm tired, I've heard of it. So, there's that. So, I have one question on the meal.
Yep.
Half a cup of eggs, half a cup of whites, and one whole egg. So that's big. I use whole eggs. I don't use the carton. Do you have an approximate on that, or just what do you do?
So you want to use liquid whites in the carton, or you can. You could do like one whole egg, and I use liquid whites, and I pour out the rest in liquid whites. You don't have to waste the yolks of a regular egg, but whatever's easier. If you want to separate them, you can do that.
I separate.
Yeah.
I buy like the
Okay.
egg. Like I buy that much egg. Like you go to Sam's and it's like a restaurant style.
Yeah, I mean, you can cook the eggs any way you want. So you can hard boil them. You can do pretty much however you want them. And as we go along too, we can share recipes and things. But I don't think I sent you. Did I send you the breakfast recipe? I'll email you. I have a breakfast recipe. I'll send that to you. I don't know if I attached that or not. I'll look. But I have a recipe where I make everything right in the little pan on the stove. I put the egg whites in, the oats, the blueberries, the cinnamon.
Oh my God, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's really yummy. And then I sort of flip it into an omelet, and it comes out like a little blueberry bread. It's kind of cool. So I'll send that to you. Yeah, that's a pretty awesome. I give that to everyone, and people. It's so easy. Like if you have to make it and you're on the run, I have a lot of clients that travel to the city or whatnot to go to work, so they'll make it and they can eat it on the way. So it's sort of an easy way to.
What about this half cup of rice? Because I always half cup of rice for the whole day, and I have like a huge rice cooker. Now it's gonna be
Right.
So how do you make that? So it's not so much.
For the rice.
Yeah.
Would you say you have a rice cooker? You broke up a little bit.
Yeah, I have a rice cooker, so I was like, okay,
Okay,
I
cool.
don't want to make that much rice because it lasts me longer than half a cup of it.
You could make it. I mean, you could make, if you wanted to, you could make it and then section stuff out. And if you're concerned, like we talked about this the other night, if you're concerned about not using it all up in a certain period of time, like you can portion it and freeze it. So put it in little Ziploc, like scoop out a half a cup of rice. You can throw it in the freezer, and then just take it out and you just microwave it, and it'll warm up. Trader Joe's is great. They sell brown rice in freezer bags, and you can just throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, and it cooks it.
Oh, I was Trader Joe's here. I didn't know that.
Yeah. And there's actually, hang on, I'm going to show you something. I just bought it today. There's so many cool things, but this one. If you go to Trader Joe's, this is good too. Can you see that?
Rice medley.
It's a rice medley. It's brown rice, red rice, and black barley. So, and you can use this too. It's the same nutritional breakout as the Trader. This is the Trader Joe's though. It comes in 3 packets,
Okay.
and then you just microwave it. And it's yummy. It's just got a little different texture to it, but calorically, it's all the same. So,
because I would do a half a cup of that as well.
Yep, you could do half a cup of the medley. It's yummy. My kids like it, so I buy it, and everybody will eat it. But if you just, I think what'll be cool too as we do this, we can introduce like different things that I like to incorporate, little tricks and things that I've learned along the way too, so that I'll pass. Obviously, I'll pass all that on to you, but we can even do it. Why we do these, we can highlight something like that, or something.
Yeah, because that's what I'm looking for. Like even on Sunday, what do you suggest on Sunday? It's like, do you put a meal in each plastic container? Or
yeah, yep. Yep.
If you prep with me on Sunday,
I use a 6-pack bag. If you just Google 6-pack bags, it'll come up. But there are a lot of cooler type bags out there that you can use where you slide your meals in and they have the ice packs that go around them or in front of them, behind them, whatever. And then you just transport your food with you if you have to leave the house to work. So like I work in a gym most days, so I'll pack like 2 or 3 meals with me. So I have, I eat after certain clients, or if I go to the gym, I get my post-workout meal with me already. And so, you can pack stuff up individually and then put it on ice and just carry it with you.
Okay, so 6-pack bag. So on Sunday, if you were here with me on Sunday, you would
Yep.
telling me to prep for the entire.
I prep the night before for the next day, but my food's all cooked. So like I have a plate.
Yeah, that's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I have a plate of grilled chicken in the fridge and vegetables and whatnot, and like tonight I pack everything up for tomorrow. I do it the night before.
Okay, so you make like chicken and then vegetables and rice or whatever
Yeah.
for the week, and then the night before you put it in the kitchen.
That's what I do. Yeah, and then I just pack it all up. I get it all ready for the next day. So tomorrow.
I was doing the opposite, but that makes more sense.
Yeah, that's easier. Like after I eat dinner and I clean up, feed the kids, all that stuff, and then I'll sit down and I put all my food together for the next day. And make any lunches.
So the cooking on Sunday is like the bulk of the day.
Yeah, I throw it in the fridge, and then I'll eat the night before. I'll do everything.
That's actually
When I get up in the morning, I just throw it in the cooler bag, and when it's time to go, I just take my little baggie and I go. And it's like people know they see me coming now. They're like, "Oh, you don't have your lunch bag with you today." I'm like, that's because I get to go home and eat my food. I don't have to eat in the gym, in the corner of the gym somewhere.
Yeah, but you do these little tricks. I know what you're trying. I usually go for the day.
Yeah.
I do the whole rice cover.
Yeah.
Brown bag, that's even better.
Yeah, you could just do half a cup in little Ziploc freezer bags, right? And just throw them in the freezer and then just yank them out as you need them.
Yeah.
The other thing that's cool about that, a lot of competitors, what they'll do is like they freeze their meals and then they don't need to take ice packs because they kind of use it as the ice pack. So the food's already frozen. Like when they travel, they'll freeze up their stuff and then they just pack it up. Where sometimes I'll put ice packs in, but that makes probably more sense because when ice packs melt, you can't take them back home on the plane. You got to pack them in your bag because they don't want liquid. It's like, so it's kind of another little trick some people do.
And what was the company that you're going to be using this weekend when you're in New York?
The company for which?
You're going to be using in New York. You got some food connections there.
For meal prep?
Yeah.
There are a few of them. One that I've used that's been pretty good, and I'm using it this weekend when I travel to Vermont, is Icon Meals.
That's it, Icon.
IconMeals.com, iconmeals.com. Todd Abrams is the CEO, and they've been pretty good. Yep, that's it. They have, not only you can do your competition prep food on there, but they have regular food too. So it's kind of a cool company.
And you're in Austin.
Yeah, and is that where they are in Austin?
Yeah.
I know they're in Texas, so.
I didn't know that.
I'm in Connecticut, and when they ship it, like they shipped my food to me in Boca last year when I competed, and it's great. It comes on dry ice, and it tastes really good. Right. Yeah, it tastes really good. It's a great company. I've been pleased. So, but they have a lot of. I was looking at the menu. They have a lot of cool stuff on there. Not that we can eat, but after prep.
Okay, so then I guess I'll look at like stuff that I can eat.
So that's a great way to, if you're traveling and you want to have your food. Like I did that.
Why do I have this on my diet? Bacon, stuff, protein.
Yeah, they have protein popcorn. I haven't tried that, but.
Why can't I have that, though?
Yeah, that's after. Yeah, they actually have like a carrot cake too. I'm like,
Oh, look at that red velvet. I should have that, right, though?
I know. They have some really cool stuff on there. They have some Tex-Mex kind of food, and they have a lot of good stuff. So I've never tried anything else because I like to cook, and I'll cook a lot of my own stuff. But
brisket sliders.
It makes it. They have breakfast stuff. They have a lot of cool breakfast stuff, and they have sliders, lots of short ribs. So I know. So and they're reasonable. I don't think they're overly priced either.
Okay, cool.
But I like. It's so fun to look at food, isn't it? I sit down and I go through, I go on Instagram and I look at all the Instagram food pages.
Okay, great. All right, so this is week 1. You might use BY next time. You might use because I'm just thinking that somebody says that it's kind of bad direct to me. But basically, everyone, if you're listening, this is 17 weeks. I moved it on stage in August of 2017. And if I have the nerve, then I will, because I got to show them that I'll do nerves. If I have the nerve, I will do it. If I don't, good. And everything's good. Okay, I'm going to end the broadcast.
All right. Cool.